What up, everybody? I'm Sinny, and this is Bloodborne for PS4. We're gonna keep this ball rolling, this Bloodborne ball rolling. What's up? Here in my Gascoigne set with the saw cleaver and the hunter's pistol. Last time, what did we do last time? Man, I can't even remember what we did last time. Oh yeah, we went to the old abandoned workshop. And, pretty much just explored that whole area. And now, we're going to go probably towards Amelia or the witch, the Hemwick witches. But you gotta take this elevator back up towards the, old abandoned workshop to get back to where we were. Just messing around with my inventory belt here. Want to put that Blood of Adela on because it's a good healing item. It'll heal you up and then also tick HP like a regen effect after it heals you if you need more health or whatever, or if you're getting hit. It's a pretty strong healing item, so, and if you use it you can go back there and get another one. As long as you don't already have one, you can go back and get another one. So, it's pretty good. It's just like the Yosefka's item she gives you also. It's pretty much like that. So we gotta drop down here again. Just be careful because, as you saw in the last video, I wasn't very careful and died a few times. And you can see one of my stains right here. Pick up these echoes. Actually, I started the video off, I came in here and I died, and there's my stain. But, I cut it off the front end because you guys saw me dying here a million times last time, so I didn't want you to have to sit through all the loading and crap again. But I did die once again in here, so, just for the record. But this is the way down. This is the quote-unquote safe way down that if you're not heading towards the old abandoned workshop, you just want to progress in the game and head towards the other side of Yarnum, the shit, what the hell is it called? Central Yarnum? No. Anyway, I already knocked on this guy's door, I think. Yeah, he's gone crazy or something. So, gotta be careful here because the last time, the kidnapper got me, and that's how we ended up heading to Hypogean Jail, or Yarhargal. If they kill you, it shows a cutscene, and then you go to jail basically, and that's what happened to us in the last video. That's where we got Adela from. She was also kidnapped and taken there, and since we had on the church outfit here, the Gascoigne set, she trusted us, and we told her to go to Uden Chapel. And you could have told her to go to Yosefka's clinic, but she would have died. So, if you want to keep her alive, send her to Uden Chapel, and you can get the Adela's blood. That's another healing item with a regen on it also. This is a good way to deal with the kidnappers. Just keep them in a doorway or something. And as you can see here, this is gonna work really well, actually. He doesn't even really react until I hit him. I don't know if he can't see me, if it's like the end of his tether or what, but he can't fit through the doorway. So if I do a jumping attack, I can get out of the way before he even decides to attack. So he did hit me there. We kind of traded blows, but the rest of these attacks go pretty smoothly. Just a jumping attack, Let him get off a couple attacks. Wait till he's running again. Jumping attack. Wait till he's done attacking. Jumping attack. And we can finish him off. Those guys are pretty hard. Like, they will one-shot you. And you end up in Yarhargol if they do kill you. And your echoes will be long gone because you get transported to a whole nother place. You'd have to make it through Yarhargol and all the way back here to get your echoes. It's pretty tough. I think I lost some when I got kidnapped. Madman's knowledge. Could always use some of that. Just looking on the streets here, trying to make sure I don't miss anything. There's patrolling enemies, there's kidnappers, there's a dog. And dogs, best way to deal with a dog is to shoot it. You shoot it, they fall down and go crazy, and you can run up on them and finish them off. But if you shoot them, it pretty much stuns them. And they really can't do anything while they're flailing on the ground, and they give you enough time to run up and finish them off. So if you see a dog and you're ready for it, go ahead and shoot it, and that's a good way to start a fight with the dog. Up here, if you go up this elevator, there's a thick cold blood and this gate here that we saw earlier. You remember where we got the plank shield with the two enemies near the plank shield? That's where we are right here. We're gonna open that gate finally, and it said that the gate was closed. Here it is. So now it's open. So now we have another shortcut to this area. So we can go from Uden Chapel, we can go out the other door and run up the stairs, and now we can make it right here again. As you can see right here, I'm showing the way back right now to the lantern. Another church dude down. One parry. I think there's a crow over there, a little crow dog. Might as well finish him off. Watch out for the kidnapper. I almost forgot, and he almost got me. This big bloody ball sack on the back. And there's our ladies. Our collection of ladies that we have so far. The Old Maid and Adela. Nice parry there. They're pretty tough, you know. You have to get like 2 or 3 visceral attacks just to kill these guys. So if you can get behind them while they're charging up, you can get another one. And that's a good way to deal with them. If you can get that first parry and visceral, and then usually they'll charge up after you do that amount of damage to them. I think once they get to 50% damage, they'll want to do that charge up that they do, that buff, that enrage. And when they're doing that, you can get behind them, and you can do a charged R2 and then get a backstab in too. And then they're almost dead. If you can do those 2 things, then you got it. You got it down. There's a ladder right there, but we're gonna go up that later. We're gonna head up these stairs right here. There's an item. Thick cold blood. It's another just hard echoes that you can consume whenever you want. It's nice to keep a good stash of them for whenever you just need to level up a bunch or buy a certain thing that's a lot of echoes. This church guy is pretty cool. He has a big scythe. His buddy tried to join in, and there's 3 of them. There's 2 on me now. I'm gonna roll down the stairs and buy myself some time. Think about it. Try to get a parry, did not happen. Healing up. Getting some more room. This is why you clear everything behind you. Got the visceral in. So we got 1 down, 1 to go. Grabbing the blood vials. I'm kind of low on blood vials. I'm thinking about playing a little bit off recording. I don't like to do that very often because I like you to see like everything that's happening in the whole playthrough, but sometimes you have to grind. And I don't think anybody wants to watch me grind back at the like first area or whatever. I won't go anywhere that we haven't been yet. I'm just gonna be retreading old ground anyway. It's gonna be boring. But I might do that. I might grind a little bit. You kinda have to in these games. At least a little bit. I know some people can beat the game without grinding at all. Some people think you shouldn't grind at all, that it makes it too easy. Like the difficulty will be out of whack if you grind or whatever. I think these games you're meant to grind a little bit, like at least 10 levels or so. Especially if you've died a few times, lost some echoes, bought some things that you probably, you know, I think in Souls games you're meant to grind like 10 to 20 levels at least. And it could be more, you know, but that's like, I think a good compromise to the people that are like anti-grind on these games and the people that are like super grind. I think a good median is like 10 to 20 levels or so, you know, and I'm kind of talking out of my ass. I don't really know how many I would grind, but probably about 10, you know. Ooh, a nice visceral on the church giant. Bloodstone shards. And now you can really never have enough bloodstone shards. You can upgrade a bunch of different weapons. Like your main weapon will eventually, you won't need bloodstone shards, and then you'll upgrade your gun to +3, and you won't need any more bloodstone shards. But might as well upgrade the flame sprayer. Might as well upgrade a different weapon to +3. It's no big deal. Might as well. So you can never really have enough bloodstone shards. You can buy them in the insight shop too, but I don't really like buying stuff with insight unless it's like armor sets. Here's a dog. I didn't take my own advice to shoot it, but I did finish it off with a shot, so not too bad. Another item back here. Nothing really over on this side. Oh, yeah, there is. I lied. Another thick cold blood, that's good. Just free levels, or free blood vials, or free whatever. Ran a circle, so let's go a different way this time. And head straight into the mouth of the beast. Nothing really on either side of these stairs, just some fog. Now these guys are pretty tough. They actually cause frenzy when they hit you. So I usually they'll kill you before they actually frenzy you, so I don't know. It is going up, the meter is going up still, so maybe not. I guess if you hang around them too long, you could get frenzied. I think that's frenzy. I didn't really pay attention. But they got the big, I don't know what you want to call those, a cross. And it's kind of hard to get used to the attack patterns on these guys, but eventually you will, and you'll parry and visceral the hell out of them, so no big deal. But they do hit hard. They can kill you in about 2 hits, and they got that frenzy going on, and there's 2 of them, and just their weapon hitbox is weird, and they're faster than they look. So it's kind of crazy, but you know, they are guarding a boss, so they got to be a little bit extra souped up, you know. Here's a bloodshot eyeball. I think this is the first one we've gotten, so let's take a look at it. material used in a Holy Chalice ritual. An exquisite eyeball removed quickly after death, or perhaps even before. Used to unlock the seal of the old labyrinth, Hintertombs. That's a bloodshot eyeball. It's just another material to open different chalice dungeons, which we haven't done yet, and we probably won't do just because I need to keep this moving. We're trying to get the game beat, and then we'll start doing, you know, challenge runs, chalice dungeons, maybe lore videos, maybe slow play, maybe all the side quests, maybe a complete 100%. We can do all kinds of stuff after I get the first run through done. I just want to get a run through done, so really the only requirement for this run is beating the last boss, to be honest. But here is a boss right here. We can take on Amelia right through these doors. Pretty cool boss. But as you can see, I only have 12 blood vials, so I'm getting low. Like, that's all I have is 12, and I actually picked some up, and I'm about to fight a boss. So that's what I was saying about earlier, maybe running back through some old areas to get a little bit of a reserve of blood vials. You kind of do in this game. I remember the first time I played through this game, I had to grind a little bit just for, not even for like levels, just for blood vials and, you know, Molotovs and echoes to buy fire paper or whatever, levels even. But I remember I did have to grind for blood vials a little bit on my first playthrough. So that's what I mean when I say I'm gonna play off a recording. You won't have to watch the boring grind of me killing the same enemy over and over to get blood vials or whatever. And there'll be nothing you really want to see anyway. And I'm not going to over level or anything. I'm probably just going to get blood vials, level up a little bit. But here is Amelia. Check this out. And here we go. The key to this boss fight is hitting the limbs. There's 4 of them, obviously, the 2 legs and the 2 arms. And I almost died there. But you want to concentrate on one. Just concentrate on one. And that'll knock her down, and you can do a visceral attack. So if you can just concentrate on the left leg, or the right leg, or the left arm, you know? Concentrate on one of them. Cathedral Ward is where damn it. I had a brain fart earlier trying to figure out what the hell this area was called. Cathedral Ward, whatever. Yeah, so I'm really not doing a good job of showing like the strategy. A speedrunner can beat this boss in literally like 30 seconds. Like, I don't even know, 20 seconds. Cause they'll go around, they'll just go around and hit different limbs. Like right there, I think I knocked one out there. Yeah, see? Visceral. That means I had knocked out one of the limbs. Now you can't do the same limb again straight after. You have to pick a different one. So the speedrunner will pick a different limb each time and just go around and hit all 4 of them. And the fight's over in like 20 seconds. It's crazy. But for me, I'm not that good yet. This is only my 3rd playthrough of the game. But, I know how to beat her. It just takes me a little bit longer. You can kind of tell by each limb is like bandaged up, so you can, it's kind of a tell, like, that you should target each, like, joint, pretty much. The knee joint and the elbow joint. And it'll give way. And she also heals, so watch out for that. At least, counteract it with some damage. If she gets it off. But right there, you can hit her arm after she does that attack. But I'm just doing a bunch of transform attacks, you know. R1, L1, R1, L1. With the saw cleaver. It's working pretty well. Hopefully I can get her leg out right here. I think I got her arm. And you don't always get a visceral. I mean, you probably could. But sometimes your head's in the wall. Sometimes you miss it. I mean, she's healing again, so just try to at least keep it even. As even as possible if she does go for a heal. Not really hard to dodge. Pretty telegraphed. Pretty pissed at me too. Ooh, got another visceral. The visceral doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's just a free attack. Does like about 2 times damage. Got me there again. Takes about half your health if she gets you. Ooh, here we go. We almost got her. 1 or 2 more hits. There we go, got her down. First try. Not bad, let's let that blood rain on us. Gold pendant. We're all bloody. Let's see what that thing says. The gold pendant. Pendant of Vicar Amelia, used to change into a blood gem which fortifies weapons. This pendant, passed down among the vicars who head the healing church, is a reminder of the cautionary adage, words that will open the gates of Bergenworth. So you can crush this and turn it into a gem that you can put into your weapon. And it's saying, the description's talking about the password that you need to get into Bergenworth, I guess. I think it's Fear the Old Blood, I don't know. But here's another little cutscene, so let's check this out.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
So I'm not super good with the lore or the story of this game yet. But, something like there's a church and there's a school and they both believe different things. And, you know, if I tried to explain it anymore, I'd probably just be wrong. But look at these statues. One missing a head, pouring some shit. The other ones, looks like they're juggling balls with their mouth open, I don't know. A cool truck outside, hopefully you can't hear that. But yeah, that's the extent I know. There's a church, there's a school, eyes on the inside, fear the old blood, there's vile bloods. I don't know, I need to brush up on my lore for this game. But let's head back to the dream and level up a little bit now that we have some echoes. The Hunter's Dream. Come here, Dolly, quit snoring. Let's check out the storage. I was like freaking out that I didn't have enough blood vials. So I was checking out the storage, like maybe I had some storage, but I don't. So that's what I'm saying, I probably need to grind some blood vials. Let's see if we can fortify a weapon. Saw cleaver, yep. Let's get that bad boy to +4. Saw spear, rifle spear. You know, we could upgrade those. I'll probably wait a little bit, because we're definitely using the saw cleaver the whole time. Hunter's pistol, I don't want to use my twin blood shards on that yet until we don't need them anymore for the saw cleaver. Maybe we have a gem we can replace here. Let's take a look. Looks like we already have the best gem in both slots. So nothing we can do there. Maybe the gun. There we go, there's a little bit better. Not by a lot, but... oh, it is actually by a lot. +14, that's not bad. We were at +3, so we gained like 11 by socketing that gem. Switching that old one out. But one thing I did decide is I'm gonna try to wear different sets in each video and try to use a different gun when I can. If I'm not gonna switch the saw cleaver at all, if I'm only gonna use the saw cleaver, I'm gonna try to wear different sets in each video. Hopefully like corresponding with a area that, like, wear a set that's good against poison in a poison area, wear a set that's good against fire in a fire area or whatever. But if it don't work out like that, then no big deal. But that's why I just bought the Ashen set. It's Jura set. Since we killed him, we can buy it in the Insight shop. So let's go ahead and put the Ashen set on for this video. Grey wolf cap, attire of the retired hunter Jura. This worn wolf cap was his trademark. Jura is known through his contact with the powder kegs, the heretics of the workshop. He is said to have been both uncommonly kind and dreadfully foolish. Jura felt defeated by the state of Old Yarnum and renounced his hunter's vows. It's kind of unique hat too. Ashen hunter garb, attire of the retired hunter Jura, painted with ash in a ceremony to ward off blood. And the rest is the same. All the sets have like like one sentence that's different in each piece, and eventually they're all the same. Attire of the retired hunter Jura, painted with ash in ceremony to ward off blood, same thing. Like, I think the hat's always different, and then like the chest, the legs, and the gloves are the same. Unless it's like some special, I don't know. That's how it usually works, anyway. I definitely need some blood vials since I only have one. And I was about to buy 19. But that's 10,000 echoes and I only have 24,000. So I thought better of it. Let's just get 4. That's enough to survive for a little bit. Maybe get some more while we're out killing. I wish I could get some mollies. I don't really want to spend the echoes on them right now. Fire paper, would love to have that. I got plenty of bone marrow ash. Don't need the bloodstone shards. I don't know about the Hunter Chief emblem. I don't know that we need it. We might have already opened that gate, I'm not sure. Actually, I think it's the one in the very beginning, and that's locked. So we probably haven't. But if I use all these cold bloods, I can get quite a bit of souls. Or echoes. And then we can actually buy some more blood vials and level up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and use them all. And I'm not sure if in this game, like in Dark Souls 3, you can sell your hard souls to the vendor lady, and you'll get the exact same amount as if you had popped them. And I haven't checked yet in this game. This game came before Dark Souls 3. But it may have been the first game where that was possible, but I haven't checked yet, so I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop them right now. But next time I'm gonna check. So I'm not sure, but maybe in this game too, you can sell them to the vendor and get the same amount as if you'd popped them. I don't see why not. Like, it takes a little bit longer to pop them, so it's always nice if you can sell them and get the same exact amount. Let's level up a little bit. I got the saw cleaver, so our main stat is strength. Now it's not very good in strength or skill, so it's not a good weapon for scaling. And scaling's basically the more you put into a stat, the more damage it'll do. Like, so the higher scaling, it starts with like A is the best, or S is usually the best, and then A, then B, then C, then D. E's the worst. But as you can see, it has a D in strength and an E in skill. So that's not very good. But a D is better than an E, so we're gonna put it in strength for now. You know, that's second to the worst it could be, honestly. E is the worst, D is the second worst. So it's not a great weapon for scaling, but it's what we're using. It's good against beasts, it's fast, it's got a good transform move, you can buff it.
Farewell.
It's good with beast blood pellets. But yeah, let's get some more vials now that we leveled up as much as we can, which I got I think I got like 2 or 3 in endurance and like 3 or 4 in strength. We can crush this gold pendant and it'll give us a blood gem we can put in a weapon. Gold blood gem. Same with the other one that we got from the doll for giving it its ornamental hairpiece thing. Its comb. But neither one of these gems are very good, as you're gonna see. That one's worse. I mean, they have like its attack versus beasts. Attack versus beasts up, and then that one has HP continues to recover. So they both have like a special thing about them. Like the gold one, attack versus beasts up 12%. The tier blood gem, HP continues to recover +2. But the damage is lower on both of them, so unless you're specifically fighting a beast boss, or I don't know, they're situational. So I'm gonna keep on the ones with the more attack for now. And as you get further into the game, like, those situational stats do matter. Like, they'll help you out. If, like, it says +20 against beasts and you're about to fight a beast boss, and you know, and it only drops you a little bit in other damage, like, might as well pop that thing on. It might not look like it's an upgrade, but if you're like specifically fighting a beast, it'll actually do more damage than the gem that says has more attack, when it really doesn't against that enemy. I went to the wrong lantern here, my bad. I'm sorry about the loading screens. Usefka's blood vial. Where I really wanted to go is Grand Cathedral. So we're still exploring the Cathedral Ward. When you first go into Cathedral Ward, it kinda takes you to Old Yarnum. Then once you're done with Old Yarnum, and you beat Bloodstarved Beast, it's like a hub. So once you beat Bloodstarved Beast, it opens another door in Cathedral Ward, and then you can go that way to the old abandoned workshop. Then when you're done with the old abandoned workshop, you come back to Cathedral Ward. Then you can go another way through that door, which is what we did. We went and fought Amelia. We opened another gate. Now we can get back here from either way in Cathedral Ward. Then you can also go to the Hemwick Lane or whatever it's called, where the witch is. And you can also go to another way where there's some hunters and shit. And then and there's a big plaza you can go to with the Madman's Knowledge and a bunch of church giants. There's a bunch of different ways to go in Cathedral Ward. It's crazy. And here's our two frenzy churchies. Trying to get a parry off on them. They can't come into the cathedral, so you can do this, which I don't recommend. This is kind of the stupid way to do it. You would think this would be the way to fight these guys, but it's not really. Unless you have some Molotovs or something, or you can catch them on a parry. You really want to get out. You really want to sneak up behind them. You don't want to let them know you're there. If you can sneak up behind them, you can get a visceral on one of them, and then you just have one to face instead of two. And that's if you want to come from that way even. You can come from Uden Chapel if you want, instead of the Grand Cathedral. But now we got these guys again. These guys walking up the stairs. There's a church giant somewhere around here. Here's the plaza I was talking about with the bunch of Madman's Knowledge. Here's a ladder. You can climb up here, get this item. There's a guy shooting at me. I'm kind of getting a little bit reckless, as you can tell. And I hope my commentary is not terrible. It's like really late at night right now. I played the game. Now I'm doing the audio, so hopefully I don't sound too dead. Up here there's a little lore item. A watchman of the Bergenworth guards the gate with a password. The sacred adage of the Grand Cathedral. Kind of hard to see. Like, my screen's a little bit smaller than it normally is when I'm editing, so the text gets really small sometimes. And you don't want to go down here. This is like going in like where the bones and wheel skeletons are, and you know, down that ladder in the sewers. Don't go that way. That's like going backwards. It's a trap down there. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get those echoes, to be honest. Hit the tomb chalice. Back in the Cathedral Ward, in the Grand Cathedral. I don't know if I'm gonna even try to get those. Like, maybe if the echoes were up on the before I went down the ladder, maybe I can get them. But if I try to go down the ladder and get them again, that's like a trap, basically. But here's the way you want to deal with this part right here. If you come from the Grand Cathedral, you just want to sneak up behind these guys. Slowly, sneakily, quietly. Charged R2. You can get it in before this guy even touches you. And then he's gonna try. But he gets a charged R2 too. And you can kill these guys with 2 charged R2s. As you can see there. Church servant. Not really drop very much. Like I was hoping they would drop blood vials for me since I need them so bad. And they didn't really drop anything. I think I killed each one like 3 times each. Those 2 up by Amelia. And they didn't really drop anything the whole time. I was surprised with 6 kills. I didn't get any drops of anything. Like, I was hoping for some blood vials, but these church giants get a little bit easier. Like the further you get in the game, the more damage you can do. The less, the more health you have, the less threatening they are. So that guy was pretty much just cake. But I kind of want to head this way towards, the witch boss, because it's kind of an easy boss, and you get, I mean, I've only died to this boss like 1 time, I think. There's like a gimmick to the boss fight that doesn't even come, like, I don't even understand how people have trouble with it, but I'm sure I will this time, of course. But she disappears or whatever, but if you just charged R2 her and then visceral, I don't get how people have trouble with it, but I don't know. It's a long cave. And this is if you go left. If you're looking at Amelia, the Grand Cathedral, where you fought Amelia. If you go to the left, that's how you get here, to this area. And there's a ton of enemies in this little valley right here. So be careful. A bunch of dudes with guns and a bunch of dogs. So you'll have guys shooting at you, turning you into Swiss cheese while the dogs like munch on you. So you can get this guy. You can sneak up on him even though it looks like he would see you out of his peripheral vision. He doesn't. And then you can shoot the dogs. And hopefully you don't get ganged up on too bad. Because there's literally like, if I had to guess, there's probably 12 enemies in this area. 12 to 15 enemies. There's like 4 dogs and 8 to 10 dudes with guns. So it's more dangerous than it looks. It looks like it's just like 1 or 2 enemies at a time. But they can gang up on you. And there's a group of 4 of them in like this one corner. And if they shoot you like in a staggered like pattern type way, you can get like stun locked into dying just by their little gun shot, which actually does take out like half your health if they hit you with that shot. It's at least like a third of your health. Shot him to death. And then there's a guy throwing mollies at you. Don't even know where that came from, really. Transform attack. Took out another one. Quicksilver bullets, they're always good for those, but I've got plenty of those right now. Not too many, like I can always use them, obviously. Ooh, got them both with that transform. More quicksilver bullets, always will take them. Can never have enough, like I said. But I wish there were blood vials right now. And here's the group you need to watch out for. If you look, I think there's 4 of them standing there. So you gotta be really careful. Got one down. Let's take off. Pick them off one at a time. So now we have 3 of them. And if one hits you, and then another one hits you a second later, and another one hits you a second after that, you're dead. So we're trying to avoid that situation right now. Just that little hesitation right there. You see me, as I was going in, I had a tiny little hesitation. And that's what happens. You died. Beast Roar. I've never used those hunter tools before. I really want to try them one time. You know, I've like fucked around with like one or two of them like once or twice, but I've never really gave them a chance or used them extensively. I'd like to try them just to see. Like, I've never really tried the cannon either. There's a ton of things in this game I haven't done, this only being my third playthrough of it. I did platinum it though, but there's still like, that's what's cool about these games, there's a ton of stuff to do. There's a ton of different weapons you can use. There's always dialogue you miss. There's whole areas you can miss on your first playthrough. And there's just like so many different styles, like with the different weapons, ways you can play. Like, you could go through this whole game trying to use the cannon. There's a stake driver, there's a wheel. It's crazy, there's a whole bunch of different... A threaded cane. You could use the hunter tools. There's all kinds of shit you can do in this game. You could do a gun-only run with like high blood tinge or whatever. You could do like a beast blood pellet. Beast... you know, all kinds of shit. All kinds of different runs. You could do speed runs. You can do no leveling. There's just many ways you can replay this game. New Game Plus 7. All kinds of shit. You can do like little cosplays where you wear a certain set and be a certain NPC and like play through the whole game as Jura. With the stake driver and his, you know? You could be him and play through the whole game, and it's just a different way to play. So you get into different situations, you have different problems, you have different stats to level up. It's just cool. These kind of games are, and they're hard enough to where there's a challenge. If you don't have like your weapon that you love and that you're really good with, and you try the game with like the threaded cane or the hunter's axe, all of a sudden you got this challenge without it getting boring, because you're using something different and you're playing the game in a different way. I don't know, I've always liked these games, like for their replayability and their difficulty, obviously. I really don't get much satisfaction out of a game that I only play once, or that's so easy that there's no penalty for dying. Like, I don't get anything out of those games for whatever reason. Some people like stories, or just mindless gameplay, or just action and fast twitch shit. Like, I understand that, but that's not me though. Like, I like to use my brain. I like there to be some sort of penalty for dying. I like the game to be difficult. Like, I want to test myself. Use my brain and test myself. I feel like that's what you get out of these games. You gotta have patience. You gotta have some sort of brain. You gotta have the skills still. You can't like suck either. There's so many dudes with guns in this area. It's crazy. They got a cutlass too, so if you get too close, they'll whip out that cutlass. But most of the time they're trying to shoot your ass, and they almost killed me again. I need to shoot up some blood vials, get my health up. More quicksilver bullets. And this guy's hiding behind some tombstones, so I had to go around. Alright, now we can go deal with these 4 stooges in the corner over here. I peeled my cap back last time. And body rotted me. Take him out first. He's like the outlier. He's standing out a little bit, so he's easy to take down without getting Swiss cheesed up. That guy's got my echoes, as you can see his eyes. Like there's a purple. That time I did not hesitate, so I still got shot, but I got out of there without getting my ass shot twice in both butt cheek. Now it's 2 down, 2 to go. So let's see if we can get in there and kill these guys without getting headshot twice into a death. Which I think will be... They turn back around like idiots, like I'm not here anymore for whatever reason. They lost sight of me for 1 second, so they're like a baby playing hide and seek. They don't remember that you're there anymore. And that guy almost killed me. He shot me. I walked blindly at him like the Terminator. And he almost shot me again, but I killed him. But I got him. I got the hit off first. He was too slow. But one more shot might have got me right there. Yeah, if you hesitate against these rifle dudes, they can stagger you into a death like happened to me. And this area is... There's a couple items, but there's not a lot of stuff, so... As long as you find the main shit, and there's like the one thing in the middle. And then there's one off to the left. But I don't think there's very many, like, hidden items in here. I might have missed one. I could have missed one. I'm not 100% sure. You got the enemies from the next area walking in here. But I want to take a look around, make sure don't miss anything obvious. Which I think I got everything, so we're probably safe to go to the next area. Which I think has a lantern, so that'll be nice. Need to light up another lantern, make some progress in this game. Two dogs. They hate the gun, they hate fire. Remember in the Souls game, you would use your shield, like you hold up your shield, they bounce off it, and then you counterattack. That's how you would kill dogs in Souls games. In this game, it's like the gun, so it's like the substitute for the shield, same thing. Your offhand takes care of dogs. Or fire, like they don't like fire. Oh, yawning, sorry. Open the door. Hemwick Charnel Lane. Hemwick Charnel Lane, let's light it up. Light up the lantern. Alright, so we're almost at the end here. I don't have that much time left. But let's we can get the tip wet here a little bit. We'll get the tip wet. We'll see what's up with the Hemwick Charnel Lane real quick. Just the tip though. And these enemies here, if you don't target them and you roll into them, they stagger backwards. Like kind of like the dudes in Dark Souls 3. In the area before the rotted Greatwood. Kind of the same thing. Like if you roll into them, they stagger back, and then you can hit them like so. I'm trying to demonstrate it here, and I keep targeting them like an idiot. But they're not super hard. Kind of just a new, cool, different enemy. Not gonna like pound you into the ground or anything. Twin bloodstone shards, we need those. I want to get this saw cleaver to +5 eventually. Right here, I'm not sure. That's supposed to be somebody, but I forget who it is. Obviously this person has turned already, but they're inside. I don't know. I think somebody like was speculating that it was, I don't know who, I can't remember. But whoever it is, they've already turned into a beast. and they were inside chilling like everybody else that we've been talking to. And the ones that have been like kind of seeming like they're going crazy or whatever, like laughing hysterically like they're fucked up on something or drunk or whatever, or on mushrooms, I think that's like the first symptom of like turning into a beast maybe. So eventually, like, some of them staying inside isn't gonna help. Like, they're gonna turn into a beast anyway. Or maybe that's a beast in there eating that dude. I don't know. Maybe a beast got in there and ate whoever the hell was in there. I'm not sure. Something happened. There's somebody growling in there. They weren't talking to us. They were growling. This area is not too bad. If you want to, like, you can even go here before you fight Amelia if you want. Because if you beat this boss, you get the rune, the ability to equip runes. So it's a pretty important boss to beat. The sooner you kill the witch, the sooner you can equip runes. And some of the runes we got so far will give us more blood vials, more quicksilver bullets, stuff like that. And there's even better ones than that. Big hammer lady, hammer time. Molly girl, throwing fucking mollies at me. Luckily she didn't kill me. She almost did. Hit me a couple times with the Molotovs. Alright, we're almost at the end here, so I was hoping to find the shortcut for the elevator before the end. It's not looking like it's gonna happen. Ooh, there's another brick boy. Haven't seen him in a minute. Ooh, still got the timing down for brick boy. This is pretty unfortunate. I get my face pounded in with a brick right at the end. Like, I should have just could have ended the video without dying another time, but I decided to get my face pounded in with the brick just for everyone to, for your enjoyment, you know. If you like seeing people getting pounded out with a brick, like, this is for you right here. I just did that just for you. Just watch me get pounded with a brick. So now I'm doing the thing you should never do. Don't do this ever. Please don't do this. Never, like, run back to your echoes or your souls like an idiot. Like, don't run past everything and try to get your souls. It only works like 30% of the time, and then the other 70% of the time you're gonna lose your shit like me and end a video like an idiot, dying a couple times. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, like if you have, and share and tell a friend, please. And I'll see you next time. Might grind a little bit in between. We'll definitely face the witch. And that's what we got next time, everybody. Thanks for watching. Peace.